Justin Stander is the man behind ASCII Soft, a small independent development team who you most likely recognize from the company's most recent title, Katana Zero. I had heavily anticipated and now enjoyed Katana Zero, and it seems as if a lot of people have as well, with the game receiving positive critical reception in many circles. While you typically see lamentations abound when regarding side-scrolling pixel platformers, the initial impressions upon even the reveal of Katana Zero were different. So, on the first ever episode of Give Good Games Money, I'd like to discuss how a methodically crafted style, the brand of publisher Devolver, and cinematic influences from Eastern cinema gave Katana Zero rightfully the attention it deserved. Style is at the forefront of the experience in Katana Zero, while it retains the addicting one-hit kill and death gameplay mechanics that can be found in Devolver's other title, Hotline Miami, adorned with a slow-motion ability that makes the game's more demanding sections accessible. It's the pulsating soundtrack and neo-noir aesthetics that make this a complete and engrossing experience. One of the best examples of how well Katana Zero blends style and gameplay is during the second level, when Zero, the game's protagonist, inserts his earbuds to listen to Bill Kiley, which you are listening to right now. As this eccentric yet subdued piece of electronic music plays, it matches the energy of the player's efforts in learning the gameplay, as situations require the player to clumsily improvise and use projectiles or divide and conquer by manipulating the enemy AI. Also, if you pay close attention to the level's aesthetics, there are tiny details with how the fluorescent lighting bounces off Zero as he traverses the hotel. These visuals are then evolved into the celestial pastels that you find within the penthouse. In many other games, there's a lot of mileage that would be imposed with a level like this being split up into 3 or maybe even 4. Yet ASCII Soft's condensing of the various set pieces into each singular level pays dividends, as they've methodically crafted a stronger identity to each section of the game. They've also solidified one of the many facets in Katana Zero that craft a mantra of quality over quantity. This mantra is what I believe resonated with the publishers at Devolver enough to publish the game. As I've demonstrated to you, Justin hasn't just made a visual appealing game, but a title that's polished to a feverish level. Devolver has historically excelled in curating independent titles that have refined gameplay and unprecedented ideas and storytelling methods. Titles such as Reigns and the recently released Space Plan provide gratifying video games that aren't rife with overbearing microtransactions in an overcrowded mobile gaming industry. Stories Untold and Grease pushed narrative boundaries, and of course Hotline Miami and Katana Zero provide an enigmatic story among a blood-soaked iteration of solid, already existing action gameplay. Games have pushed themselves to ape off cinema for as long as the cutscene was introduced to the medium. Predominantly, however, this cinematic influence is primarily American. It's no secret that even the Japanese-produced titles in the notorious Metal Gear franchise have a DNA inherited from Kojima's love for John Carpenter, Stanley Kubrick, and even Alfred Hitchcock. While sure, there are the types of games such as Yakuza, Shenmue, and the upcoming Kurosawa-inspired Ghost of Tsushima that have direct inspiration from Eastern cinema, Katana Zero most specifically takes from the Asian storytelling tradition of Kisho Tenketsu. This 4-act structure includes the typical introduction, development, and conclusion that you'd find in many 3-act structures, yet the difference is that an entire act between the development and conclusion, there's an unexpected turn or subversion that kicks off the climax, which most importantly in Katana Zero, among its neon-soaked aesthetics, crafts an effectively unique piece of storytelling that explores drug abuse, PTSD, and memories. Since while it may be confusing and hard to follow at points for some, it's more so inherent to this different style of storytelling and the nuanced concepts that create the main barrier. Pushing past this though, there is this unique narrative that has layers encouraging multiple playthroughs to properly digest, something which is accentuated by the various dialogue options that include even interrupting other people's sentences. Which brings me to this: if you're looking for a game which is chock full of content, you might want to look somewhere else, because Katana Zero, even being $15, is a tight and focused experience, one that serves a handful of densely enjoyable hours of playtime in order to roll the credits. That isn't to say that the post-launch support won't be generous, as Justin has stated that he'll be launching one of many significant updates later this month that include a speedrunning and hard mode, as well as a free DLC down the road. Personally, I appreciate short video game experiences such as these. There isn't a lot of free time for myself across making these videos and my day job, but I felt that the hours I had with Katana Zero were satisfying and fulfilling thanks to the esoteric story, frenetic gameplay, and polished presentation, making it a good game that you should give money. This new subsection of the channel, Give Good Games Money, is something I'm excited about, and its aspects of curation is what I want to put front and center. While a lot of attention has been given to Katana Zero already, I hope to highlight a lot of special games that you've simply never heard of. If that's something that interests you, consider subscribing. My next entry is gonna be out in just a couple days, so I want to thank everyone for their patience during this dry spell of my channel as I'm figuring stuff out. I especially though want to thank all my patrons. To join them here in the credits, you can back as little as $1. I've updated the goals and tiers, so check it out and see if there's something you'd be interested in. A big thank you to my producer, Mega Monse. She's very much the backbone of this channel, so be sure to check out her Instagram in the description below. You all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.